If your Windows 11 PC is lagging or running slow, this video is going to help you fix that. All right, guys, so the very first thing that's going to make a huge difference is startup apps. Now, there are a few ways to do this. The easiest is going to be to go to our settings. So you can hit Windows key together with I, and let's go to apps. And then we'll have a section down here called startup. We can click into this. Our recommendation is to disable anything that you don't absolutely need, as this is going to consume a lot of your computer's resources, especially if you have a ton of startup apps going. If you'd like, you can also use the task manager. So we can simply search for task manager and pull that up. And then here we also have a tab on the left called startup apps. So we can enable or disable from here. Notice if you drag this, you can see more of the text. So we can see what's enabled. It's filtered by what's enabled at the top. Let's just say I don't want iCloud photos. So I'll right click and I'll press disable. The only things left, let's see, I also don't need this. This is a software for my mouse. I don't need that to start every time. And there we go. So now most things are disabled, and that's going to help to save more of the computer resources for actual computing tasks. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go into our settings again, Windows key and I. This time we're going to go to System, and from System, we'll have a tab called Power. What we're looking for is our power mode. If we're having a lagging issue or a slow computer issue, this is one of the most helpful things that we can try, and that's to switch our power mode to best performance. Now, notice that I'm on a desktop PC, and I actually don't have the option here. If that's you, no worries. We can actually go into our control panel. From here, we're going to go into hardware and sound. And then we're going to go into power options. And this is where on a desktop computer, we have our high performance power plan, which mine is already selected. If it's set to balanced, you may have the other setting back in settings. So a little bit confusing. Again, if you don't have it available in the first method that we showed you, just come here into your control panel, turn on high performance. Okay, so this next step is fairly similar to the first one, but this is for background apps. So we already disabled startup apps, which is going to help, especially when we're booting our computer. But one thing that a lot of people don't know is that there are actually apps that are running in the background while you're trying to do other things on your computer. If you hit Windows key and I together again, we'll go back to our settings. This time, let's go to apps, and we're going to go to installed apps. This is basically a list of all of the apps that we have installed. Now, with some apps, you're going to see something called advanced options, like I see on this Xbox app, where it says, let this app run in the background. We're going to switch this to never. All right, and then I'm going to repeat the process for anything that I don't need. This also applies to the first step. We don't want to do this for anything and everything. We want to be selective about what we need and what we don't. For example, solitaire and games, I definitely do not need that to run in the background. So I'm going to switch this to never, and I'm going to go down the list and repeat the process until I've made it all the way down. All right, going back into our settings. All right, now this time we're going to go to the accessibility tab. So we'll click accessibility, and then we're looking for visual effects. Now, if we want, we can turn off animation effects. This is going to help to allocate more of our computer resources to computing tasks, and it's not wasting them on the animation effects. So this one is a little bit of a smaller difference, but still a setting worth adjusting if you want absolute maximum performance. Next up, let's go back into our task manager. Now, if we go into the performance tab, here we can see a breakdown of the different hardware components of our computer and how much they are being consumed. So for example, if I click my CPU, we can see we're at 6% utilization. We also have a number of processes that are happening right here. Now, if I go to processes, we can see what may potentially be causing an issue. For example, if you see something like 20, 30 or higher percent on CPU or memory, it's worth considering, is that process that you're running supposed to be doing that? And if it's not, you may want to disable it. Now, one thing that might be causing lag is storage. So if you have a storage problem, you may be experiencing some lag directly related to that. We can adjust that also in our settings. And let's go to System, and then we have a Storage tab here. Let's press that. So from the Storage tab, we're going to get a breakdown of how much space we have. Some of the red flags to look out for would be your local disk being almost consumed, meaning less than, let's say, 30, 40 gigabytes of space left. That could potentially slow down your system. And then we also have temporary files, which we would recommend removing on a regular basis. Now, this is taking a moment to load, but we're going to see how much storage I actually have available and see if that could potentially be causing an issue on my computer. All right, so there's nothing immediately drawing my attention here, but you're looking for, again, a very small amount of space. If you want, you can click into temporary files and actually remove those as well. While that's going, the last thing worth mentioning is storage sense. This is an automatic setting that you can configure to automatically delete temporary files. So mine runs every week, and it deletes files from my recycle bin and downloads folder if they haven't been opened for more than a day. This helps to keep temporary files off of my computer, which helps to just maintain good performance. Back in our settings, this one is very simple. We're going to go into update, and we just want to check that we are up to date. As we can see, I am not currently up to date, and so I will need to actually restart this to get the latest version of Windows, which I'll do right after recording this video. Now, there's another way that we can actually reduce background junk. Let's hit Windows key and R together to open our run box, and we're going to type msconfig. Next up, we're going to go to the Services tab. This is going to tell us what's running, what's stopped. It'll also tell us the date something was disabled. Now, we want to be careful with this. If you're not sure what something is, the recommendation would be generally to not disable it, or at least figure out what it is first. But this just gives you good insight into, again, more things that are running in the background. For example, if I wanted, I could definitely disable this iRacing.com service. This is a video game that I don't play very often, and so I don't need this to be running all the time. And I have other things as well. Again, just be careful with what you're switching off here, but it is worth taking a look. Now, one more thing we wanted to show you guys back in the task manager. Again, you can access that by hitting Shift, Control, and Escape together. So if we go to our performance and monitor, specifically our CPU, we might notice our speed dropping off after a few minutes. We would call that throttling. If our speed is throttling on our CPU, that could be an overheating issue, potentially. That could be caused by an insufficient cooling mechanism, or more commonly, maybe a dust buildup inside the case. So if you're not seeing a consistent speed here, it's definitely worth looking into that, seeing if you can figure out what the root cause of that is. All right, so if you've done all of that and your computer is still slow, the unfortunate bad news is that it's likely a hardware issue at this point. Using a solid state drive and 16 gigs or more of memory is a solid baseline for good performance in Windows. And so if you have less than capable hardware, that could also be the root of your problem. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for today's video. If you have any questions about anything we went over in this video, feel free to drop those in the comments below, and we'll get back with you as soon as we can. If you're interested in purchasing Microsoft Office, Windows 10, Windows 11, remote desktop licenses, or a wide variety of other Microsoft software at a great price, be sure to check out Indigo software. We'll have the links down below. As our channel continues to grow, we're constantly looking for new video topic ideas. If you have any ideas of your own, we'd love to know what those are. Most viewer commented video requests get made into actual videos on our channel. Lastly, a like and subscribe would be greatly appreciated as it helps to support the channel. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys next time.